Had fun last time we did that party. Remember? And cousin Flex, he was throw down. That was so funny. We had a good time.
You don't want to look like Grandpa Battle.
We done tore this table up from the cribs, but this we done tore this table up from the cribs. This margarita wine is a hit. It gets you right where you need to be in 2 minutes.
Some margarita wine.
You want some? Get some ice though. You gonna need some ice.
That's the mango.
Yeah, man, I had that yesterday.
It's a video.
Oh, yeah? Hey.
Pop, Grandpa. Love you, miss you. Grandma. Throw it. Okay. You throwing it. You gotta throw that back. Okay. Look. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, then your love is my love, and my love is your love, my love. Your love for me. Your love is my love, my love is your love, my love is here to stay. It's got to be real. Get it. Sassy lady, sassy lady. Hey, so it is Sunday and we are back from, of course, the family reunion / cookout, and we were forced to take home some food because I guess they had too much stuff. So I already been nibbling this, but I already had 2 crabs and a little piece of fish and corn, but then they pop out like, oh, please take a bag of crabs. So we might be sitting and eating some crabs. Oh, y'all, yes. She looking good. I'm drinking me a little bubbly. She's looking good. And this ain't nothing but leftovers from the cookout, and I just made some french fries. Added some boiled eggs and warmed up these shrimp. I didn't even fry these, but they're I might eat some of this, might not eat it all, I don't know. I feel like if I eat it all, I'm going to have the items. Okay, we out here. Okay, we in the arcade. Thank you. Okay. You got another round on here though.
Oh, well, you got to do yours then. Yes, sir.
I gotta get my jewelry.
In the middle, MAKIAH. Okay, good. You can do better than this. Yes.
Hey divas, hey gents. So if you see any band-aids, I just came back from a doctor's appointment. Went to see my OBGYN. We talked about 1,000,001 things. But just know that being plus size, you already know what we hear every time we go to the doctor's office. And I'm not against it. I'm not against it. But listen, I have been in a depressed mode for over a year. Between, grinding, trying to get myself settled into a place, getting a place, losing my job, losing, all type of financial stability, and having to come back home. I have been depressed and I have been emotionally eating, I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes it's not really emotionally eating. Sometimes it's just being stagnant, not moving around, not exercising, not doing right. So I am going to take accountability, even though I'm incredibly frustrated. And all the frustration is not just because it was heavily enforced to do some things for a change with my body. But going to the OBGYN is one of the most fearful things that I realized that I experienced. And I didn't think that I would have a problem going, but just somebody, in that area doing things. And this is not a situation where you're, aroused. This is not a situation where you're expecting so much, down there. They put things in there, and I'm not trying to scare anybody or throw anybody off, but they put things in there. They stretch things around. They put their fingers and stuff. And it's a lot of anxiety and it's a lot of kind of uncomfortability. It's not on a pain scale. I would say maybe a 1 or a 2, because it's just like, I don't want a woman putting her fingers in there. I don't want a man. I don't want a stranger putting their hands where they don't belong. It's for my health. I know that, they're looking to see if there's some things wrong, but when it comes to women and our body parts, doctors have to have someone else in the room. So not only are you presenting yourself to someone to check you out, they have to have a nurse in there to kind of make sure everything is okay. Nothing was said inappropriate. Nothing was done inappropriate. You weren't uncomfortable. You actually okayed this situation. So it's a lot. Pregnancy test, blood work, all kinds of stuff went down today. And when I say I'm over it, they stuck me everywhere. That's another thing, being plus size. Our veins are really, really small. And really, really deep. So those big veins that you think just pop out and protrude, they don't. Some of the veins that they do find are super, super tiny. So it's just like they put a needle in, they think they see it, then they want to wiggle it around because they don't want to stab you twice. But it's exhausting. I had about 5 tubes that I needed to fill up of blood, and they only got, 1 tube. And we were fighting for the second tube, so I'm so fucking annoyed. And then they're like, did you drink water today? I'm like, yes, I drank water today. Fuck. So it's like, I'm so frustrated because I'm like, what's wrong with my body? You know what I'm saying? At this point, I can't even give up blood. Like, I literally almost wanted to shed tears because I was so fucking frustrated. And like I said, it's just very nerving because you're worried about, like, pregnancy tests, STDs, all of that. So like I said, protect yourself for the lifestyle in which you want to live, because if you're out here freelancing and entertaining this one and that one, it can be very scary going to the doctors. Some people don't even go. And I'm trying to be a mature woman, and I'm trying to go and show up and, just make sure I'm healthy. This is the second appointment within the past 30 days. This is the second appointment. And I, had a visit with my doctor, my primary, then, with my OBGYN. Next, I want to do the dentist. I really want to be on a healthy you know, I want to live a healthy lifestyle. So I have been talking about it for a couple of days, even though I did have a cheat weekend, but for the most part, last week I was doing pretty good, doing my little tuna wraps and salads and stuff like that. This weekend I did have a major cheat day, two cheat days, because I had the crabs and then I had French fries, and then I went out and I was at the arcade, and we wound up doing something later, and I had a grilled cheese and fries at a restaurant. So I'm like, French fries is kind of like, that's like my weakness. So I'm going to do the cabbage soup diet. So I did talk to a lady even just now in my Uber coming back from the doctor's appointment in the market. And she pretty much was like, the cabbage soup diet just eliminates a lot of water weight. And that's kind of the same equivalence to a lot of these laxatives that I use. And even though I don't talk about it on camera, I've been dogging the ballerina tea. So a lot of the weight loss that I did have today when I got on the scale, and it was just a couple pounds, but we're going to give it a hurrah. We're going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's just water weight. So this might be something different because I want to have this for like more so dinner or maybe lunch. But I still want to have my tuna wraps because nothing wrong with a tuna wrap. I still want to do my smoothies and my fruit. I still want to have my granola. Even though I'm not big on oatmeal, I still want to have my granola. I like a more textured oatmeal. Oatmeal has been, I have a couple times eaten oatmeal within the past month. I'm over it. I'm over that phase. I got 2 things of cabbage. 2 big things of cabbage. This one is bigger than the other one. It's a recipe on Pinterest. So they recommended to put some thyme. They give you a lot of thyme for $1.99. Shredded carrots, some onions, and just to make it a little more hearty, I'm going to dice up a couple of potatoes towards the end. And this is just going to be the meal. Now, I did get some broth. Now, I was checking the sodium. This is just me being extra because it may not matter. But I wound up getting some seafood stock. And I purchased this because when I picked up the vegetable one, the regular vegetable, one of them was like 700 mg's of sodium. Another one I looked at was almost 1100 mg's of sodium. So I'm like, wait a minute, this is freaking crazy. And I said, okay, I'm going to do the seafood one because I don't really do the chicken and the beef because I don't eat chicken or beef. And you can put a protein in this. That's why I said I'll add like a potato or something, dice it up, just 1 or 2, just to make it kind of filling. But I may later, if I get some shrimp or something, might grill some shrimp, or I might just put a couple shrimp in there just to add a little bit of protein. But honestly, I'm missing a lot of protein. That's why I get so frustrated with the weight stuff, because I'm like, I still be a little hungry. So maybe like a brown rice or something, but this is not supposed to be anything that's too hearty. So I'm really not doing the most. This is going to be the most blandest fucking cabbage known to me. But like I said, I'm still going to do a regular breakfast, even if it's just nuts and berries or some yogurt or something like that. I'm still going to do those things. But when I eat heavy, which is dinner and even like a lunch or something like that, I'm going to replace it with the cabbage soup. So this is just an effort.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. So, been folding shit. And last night I did the cabbage soup. And I must say, the cabbage soup is delicious. I like cabbage, so I'm not against it. But to do this consistently for the rest of the week, which is tomorrow is Friday. So did it yesterday, doing it today, doing it tomorrow. But to do it all week is kind of strange because, like I said, they say that you're supposed to just eat the soup. I can't imagine eating soup like first thing in the morning, but I'll give it a whirl. But I may incorporate like a smoothie or something, like fruit. I don't think it's anything wrong with fruit, but they say, I'm online looking at this stuff, and it said that you're supposed to do green tea, coffee, water, and soup. So I haven't had anything but soup since yesterday afternoon. So I don't know, but we'll see. So maybe I'll have, I don't do coffee, I do green tea. Green tea has been suppressing my appetite, but I'll see. I really don't know. But I just got out the shower and I really need to clean my little room here, but I haven't. So I've been using my Naor. Now she sent me two. Dog in this one. This is the one I've been abusing. The lavender one. But this one is actually good too. But this one is actually for men. But it has certain properties in it that can promote like hair growth and stuff like that. The eucalyptus, the rosemary. Difference is with this oil, it's a little more musky because of the rosemary and the eucalyptus. But I like it. And it's a lot thicker, it's darker. The other one has like a clear kind of hue to it. But it's so funny because one of the ladies that was doing this on YouTube, because you know, YouTube, I YouTube everything just to get an okay. YouTube girls will kind of tell you the truth. And she said that the Cabbage diet had her going to the bathroom. And I'm like, this isn't like that type of diet, is it? So I'm like, I don't know. But I already do the bathroom thing already with the stuff that I take. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be on the toilet for no damn Cabbage. But I will say I've been like gassy. And don't nobody want that. Like, but I guess it needs to be released. But golly. So we're going to see, because there's an event coming up where you have to wear all white. Now, I already have the piece. Now, I'm not going to keep trying it on. I wish I would have tried it on and recorded it, but because I don't want to get it dirty. But it's really cute. And it kind of highlights your shape. Now, I have a nice shape. But, you know, certain angles, you know, you want to make sure it's kind of curated. So, let's see if we can shave a couple pounds before the event. The Shea Butter Beads by Joyce. Black owned. And she makes waist beads and shea butter. I didn't get a chance to stop at her booth in the mall. My mother actually purchased this. And she was like, oh, you might like this, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, okay, let me see. But her name is Joyce. She's in the Fashion District. And y'all gotta check her out. Natural Shea Butter here in Philly. And she's in the Fashion District. And that's a good bit of shea. So I will be slathering this on days when I don't feel like the oil and I want something like really nourishing for my skin. I will be using this. So please check her out. I love to support black owned businesses, and this is black owned, so get into it. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to take from Miss Belly. She just do what she want nowadays. So this is her soupy. I did put some shrimp in there, so yeah. I was talking to the young lady in the Uber, and she said, yeah, you do lose weight with the Cabbage soup diet. But she said it's a lot of water weight. But she also said your skin will start glowing. And I started to put it together. Skin glowing, going to the bathroom a lot. It seemed like it's eliminating a lot of toxins, but you got to think about when we make our cabbage soup, what do we use? Onions, garlic, different type of herbs. I put basil in this, thyme, and those alone are medicinal. Onions is very medicinal. Garlic is very medicinal. Look it up. All types of antibiotics are in those properties of those herbs and seasonings. So I can see how that comes into play. And I didn't even Google what benefits cabbage has. I can't even talk sometimes. I didn't even Google what benefits cabbage has, but I know it seems like it has some beautiful benefits because, like I said, I've been using the ladies' room, and I also been, you know, my skin is popping today, you know, and I've been experiencing a lot of dryness on my skin, and it's like dryness where? Not today. Haha. Listen, this starts to taste real good when this is all you've been eating. Just imagine a vegetable soup. That's all this is. I tried to amp it up with the shrimp for a little more protein, but shrimp does not hold that much protein. That too is filled with water. That's a big deal. So, y'all, listen. I don't know. At first, I was doing the number, okay? And now it's just the number 1,000 times. So, I'm like, listen. You know, so I have been drinking water, too. But this is, like, nonstop. Like, I'm not even getting 30 minutes in. And I'm peeing galore. That's not healthy. Yeah. I'm about to lay down, but I done been up 1,000 times just to pee. I have been peeing all fucking night. All night. Hey divas and gents, this is just water on my shirt. I've been washing dishes. I got on my little waist strainer today, but however, we have come to the 3rd day. I've decided that I'm going to go an extra day. My days are kind of thrown off because I thought that the other day was another day. If that make any sense, because of Labor Day. I was assuming that today would have been Friday on the 3rd day, but today is Thursday. So I am going to go all the way to, I'm going to go all the way to Friday, which is tomorrow. So I'm out of the cabbage soup. So I'm thinking about a whole new spin on the soup. Instead of it being like extra soupy, maybe more like a little stir fry for a little texture. But I'm not going to do the potato, and I'm not doing the shrimp because I'm out of shrimp. But I will say this, it does say on several different websites, vlogs, blogs, all that kind of stuff, that you can incorporate a protein. Most girls are putting chicken in theirs. I even see some girls do like neck bones, stuff like that, or some type of protein, even a ground beef. Some people do shrimp if they're pescatarian. But what I've been doing, because I don't get enough protein, and that's probably why I'm always the fuck hungry, what I've been doing is I take a pack of tuna. I don't do the mayo or anything. I just do a little bit of salt and pepper, and break it up because I've been using the cans that's in water, not oil. And I've been eating that, or a boiled egg or a cooked egg with just salt, pepper. And the egg, no oil, not a lot of oil. That's what I've been doing for my protein, either tuna or an egg, or even like a veggie sausage or something like that. But you have to be careful with the veggie sausages because the veggie sausages have mostly rice in it or some type of byproduct that is similar to like bread. So you get really hungry, you feel like you're about to pass out, or you just can't fucking do it, you know, go for one of those proteins. But I recommend the tuna or the egg. So today I did have 2 veggie sausages. Yesterday I just did tuna, and this morning I had 2 eggs. So other than that, my main meal is the cabbage. But sheesh, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. All right, this is me right now, and I did kind of stir fry it or saute it a little bit, and then I added some water. So it is some broth in the pot. I just didn't feel like all that broth right now. But this is the content of the soup. So yeah, and I did have my little side of tuna and no mayo, just tuna, salt, pepper, and what they call it, red pepper flakes, and lemon water. So this is really what I've been doing for the past few days. So if you wonder, like, how are you making it, this is really kind of the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Just for protein. I'm still very lightheaded, but hey divas and gents, so I wanted to end out the video with a bang, looking fabulous, feeling good. Today I did decide to rock the crochet braids. I toggle back and forth on whether I want to keep them in or take them out. This is my go-to when I'm sick of pressing out units, when I'm sick of wearing umpteen wigs. I just want to be comfortable and free. Pull it back in a ponytail, wake up, swoop them edges. Y'all already know how they go. This is the tail end of my cabbage soup diet challenge, whatever. I needed to kickstart my diet. Although I feel beautiful plus size, although I am curvy, although I am scared and I don't want to commit to something and then stop and then mess up and then fail, I definitely want to take the time to exercise the possibility of losing a lot of weight. It's been years. I've been plus size all of my life. I've been in and out of weight loss journeys, and it's time to find something and do something that sticks. So today will be the last day of the cabbage soup diet, but it won't be the last day of making healthier choices, exercising, and being really proactive in my weight loss journey, because I haven't. Over the past year, I have been in and out of depression. I had suffered from losing a job, lost relationships, lost love, lost passion at times. So I do want to take the time to say things do happen. You just have to come back around. And right now is a really tough time with health factors, not just with PCOS or endometriosis. It's also other factors that is hindering me from being my best self and also possibly having children in the future. So I am taking the time to just restart this. And I do want to make you guys knowledgeable, but I do want to be comfortable in the process. So there's a lot of things that I may be leaving out that could factor my weight gain, that could be really hindering my health. But I don't want to scare you guys, and I also don't want to scare myself. So for the most part, like I said, the cabbage soup diet does have you going to the bathroom relentlessly. So what I will say is, be prepared for that. I have an issue with, soon as I drink water, it doesn't really hold. Like I can drink water and it passes right through me. So what I have been incorporating is a little bit of lemon. I'll even put some green tea, just no sugar or anything, and just sip on that. And that helps me to hold on to my liquids more. If I didn't say, the soup is a diuretic. So be careful, because those type of things do make you go to the bathroom. And sometimes people experience multiple episodes, the number 2 of going to the bathroom. So for me, I experienced some episodes, but I also experienced extreme urination. Also, when you do start the diet, do get yourself a few heads of cabbage. I will say, because you're only eating that, you get hungry more often depending on the calorie count that you're used to consuming. You may do more than 3 bowls a day. To me, there's no cap on how many vegetables you can take in. But for some, they say the best thing to do is eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's it. That's the strictest version of this diet. But also, there are meal plans that are on several websites where this diet kind of varies and changes really from person to person. Some people say you can incorporate a piece of fruit. Some people say you can put chicken inside, or protein, or something like that, or fish. With me, I'm a pescatarian, so it's a lot different. But like I mentioned, you can customize it. Maybe have some fruit in the morning, nothing really sweet, maybe just an apple or something like that, and then go on in with your soup for lunch and dinner. But like I said, this is to kick in your weight loss journey. It's not long term. I do not recommend that you do this diet or any other cayenne pepper and lemon juice diet, water fast, none of that. I don't recommend that you do any of those things for a long period of time. I recommend that 3 days is really the cap for me, because after a while you get dizzy. You are in such a deficit to where normal people, we consume 2,000 calories, maybe 2,400. 2,400 calories a day is a lot. But you'll be surprised with junk food, burgers, fries, things that people consume. It's often that you're consuming way too much, almost 3,000 calories a day. So if you can come down up under 2,000 calorie of a deficit, then you may be better off. But for some, which is extreme dieting, anything under 1,000 calories to me is extreme dieting. And it's really not realistic, because realistically, one meal could consume 450 to 500 calories, one meal alone. So that times 4, you can just imagine you're up in the normal calorie mark. So it's to say this, you can shock yourself. And that's what I feel that I have been experiencing for the past couple days. That's why I started incorporating like the shrimp, or I'll have some nuts or something like that, some berries, and I may incorporate some cherries or something like that, because at this point I'll start feeling like my sugar is low, and I don't even know what that feels like, but I know it almost felt like starvation mode. It was to the point where my mother, she had brought in like this container of some sort, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the fuck do you got? Like, she had went out to eat. She didn't invite me out. And I guess she said, I'm not going to invite you out because you're on this thing. She just kept saying this Cabbage thing. But I'm like, what do you have? Like, what is it? I just want to smell it, look at it, know what it is. I don't want to eat it, but what is it? So at that point, I had even made a comment. I was so hungry that I literally could have bit someone's ear off. Like, y'all know how Mike Tyson did back in the day. So to say all of that, what I want to say is you're going to be hungry. There's no, because you're in such a deficit, you want to do this when you're home. I want to say when you're home, but you are kind of susceptible to taking in more calories because you're home, because you probably don't have your accountability partner right there on your neck. But honestly, I feel like it's best to be home because you feel kind of not weak, because I did have a ton of energy, because you can have black coffee if I didn't say that. But you just want to be home because you're so fucking hungry. You don't want to smell shit all day. You don't want to be around people that's like, eating junk food. You know what I mean? So you kind of, that 3-day period, make sure it's probably like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or for me, like a Labor Day weekend, a holiday weekend. Because at that point, then you can say to yourself, oh, okay, I'm going to chill out for a little minute, you know, and I'm not going to be distracted. I only bought a certain amount of groceries for this particular fast, and this is what I'm doing right now. And I feel like that would make sure that would be a sure thing that you're comfortable, and whomever you live with, if not alone, they're not going to encourage you to go left and start to spiral out of control. It has been a tough time. And with going to my doctor, that was the best thing that I could have did, because this is encouraging me to do it more. As a Black person, we have so many things that just run in our family, run in our blood, because we're so used to soul food, and we're so used to overly seasoning things and cooking with certain fats, and like really filling up on the wrong things, and we consider the wrong things activities as well. So for me, it's like I definitely needed to hear what my doctor had to say, because I'm thinking it's one thing and it's definitely another. And I have literally worked my way into my biggest fears with some of the things that I have heard at the doctor's office. So I'm glad that I even took that step to do those things and take those special testings, get that blood work done, because at this point, this is unnecessary. So I've been watching just overall the numbers. When I take pictures, the angles that I hit and things of that nature, I don't necessarily see the weight. When I look in the mirror, I do not believe it's delusion. I feel good. I feel like I look beautiful. I feel confident. I get nothing but the best raves. But when I'm home and I'm not in those Spanx and I'm not in those beautiful garments and I'm not all dialed up, sometimes I do look at myself like, okay, you're getting a little, your back has always been a bigger back, but at this point, this back looks unfamiliar to me. So I have been noticing within the past few months that I'm not comfortable in this size, and that I can do better, basically. At the top of the year, I had gained almost 50 pounds of what I lost 2 years ago. So I'm like, wow, like what is the change? So the change is I haven't been getting out. I became more of a homebody. I've also adapted to sleeping all my whole life away. And third, with what my doctor just told me being tired is not a me thing. It's not a lazy thing. I have a condition. So I'm not ready to divulge what it is, because I literally just found out. But I do want to take the time to say, go to the doctors, take your vitamins, you know, do the things that are necessary, drink your water, do the diets, but do not stress yourself, but definitely do a healthy diet that works for you, that is protein high, carb low, plenty of greens, vegetables, so you can get all the iron and nutrients and vitamin C and K and A that you need. And definitely stay on your P's and Q's, get out more. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the tips that I was dropping, it's really how I feel throughout the day. I get new inspiration from things that I'm doing throughout the day. And with that new inspiration, it is things that I just adapt to. So I don't see negativity. I don't see weight gain. I don't see ugliness. I don't see those things. I just haven't seen it ever. So those things that I've been putting throughout the blog, like, you know, get out, get dressed, feel beautiful, hang out with family, you know, go for a walk, you know, drink your water. These are things that I'm really doing, and these are things that I really feel that can boost your confidence and your overall energy. You know what I'm saying? Even with taking vitamins, even with exercising, there's things that I do off camera that I just don't show. Throughout this whole process, you're not supposed to do a lot of working out, but I've been tuning into a lot of workout videos on YouTube, walking up and down the steps several times, doing squats, just random shit just to build up a fucking sweat. You feel me? So it's like you can create your own energy, your own process, but you have to do it. I'm all about being that girl for I'm all about being that girl that can slay at any size. And I think my whole thing is I got far away from is, yes, you can slay at any size, correct? But I never said that you had to stay that size. And I think because I became somewhat of a poster child for confidence being plus size, I got nervous at the idea of if I become smaller or if I go from a range of plus size BBW to thick or to skinny, will I not be that girl that can speak confidence? When I walk into that room, are they going to say, oh, you're confident, you're confident? That's the compliment that they give plus size women. Will I not be that girl? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of psyched myself out for a minute, like, I want to get small, but not too small. You know, how many of the girls say that shit? You know, I don't want to be skinny. But for real, I want to be the healthiest person that I can be. That's the honest truth. And whatever God sees fit for that size or that dress size to be, I'm going to go with whatever God says at this point, because that's just what I have to do for myself. I'm so sorry about the cry. I've never had that huge of a problem. I've never had a problem. And I also never had people around me to constantly say, I don't know. I never had people around me that constantly said, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, other than like maybe my mother or something like that. Or coming up, I always had to defend who I am and my size and stuff like that. So I always had this mindset like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It was never that I was conceited or stuck in my ways or whatever. I just didn't care what I didn't want to hear any negativity. And I never put myself down. Like, I literally love who I am. I don't care. But if I have to do this, that's fine. But I swear to God, I love me for who I am, and I'm so happy that I have that mindset, because I know a lot of people wake up that's smaller than me, and they don't love who they are at all, and I love who I'm so sorry, and I love who I am. So I just want to encourage y'all that y'all not going through this by yourself. Maybe I just picked it up very later in life, and I just hope that it's not too late in life for me to get myself together. But I really want y'all to know that, like, I'm just as worried and concerned, about my health as anybody else. But I don't feel like I look horrible. I don't feel like I'm ugly. I don't even act that way. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to, like, first off, I hate when I start crying. Oh my God. I didn't even mean to start crying, but I don't want any woman or a young child to feel like being a bigger person makes you less acceptable in society. And I think a lot of people think that I had to build this mindset or build this confidence. I've always been like this. I always just been a happy person. And I always encourage others to feel happy and just feel like they're so. And I don't know why I never stopped to look at myself and say, I don't know. But it's just been a lot going on as well. I never say how I never tell y'all what's going on. Like, I just been so worried about developing who I want to be and setting up a lifestyle for myself and, you know, just showing the world my personality. But it's so much that goes on. And I always toughen up when I think about the stuff that's going on, because I'm like, that shit don't matter. Like, it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of things that have been happening, you know what I'm saying, that makes me like not want to be bothered like by anybody. Like, I won't even answer the phone. I don't like going out like that, or I feel like something bad is going to happen, and I'm just scared all the time in my mind. I don't want to be around certain friends because I think that they got a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? I've had men really play off of me, and as soon as something go wrong, they want to try to put me down, which is impossible. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't put my confidence down. But there is times where I just think like, wow, like, would my life be better if I was this or if I was that? But this is not about that. This is about health. That's it. It's not about who accepts you, who likes you, who doesn't, what you feel like you look like. This is about health. And it's about really just praying to God that no matter what, you can obtain your best health. And that's the encouragement. It's not to be twiggy, because it's not who wants to be skinny. It's really, you want to just look good in your skin and who you are, and that's it. That's all. So if I'm out here defeating the odds and fighting for happiness and joy, and, you know, trying to be my best self within that journey, yeah, that's the angle that I'm pushing. I'm not pushing, you know, anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's not confidence, it's life. So I love y'all. I probably look a hot mess at this point. I wanted to take some pictures for my thumbnail. So I'll try to accomplish that if it's not a whole bunch of lint from tissues on my face. But I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this vlog. You know, I know y'all like the fashion content, and it's more fashion content to come. But pour into my vlogs. My fashion content, I can get 65,000 views. But my vlogs, I can barely get 20 or 30 views. But I put more time into my vlogs than my fashion content. My fashion content, just like that. And that's probably a thing that I need to just adapt to too. But my fashion content, just like that. I can get that done in less than 15 minutes, probably 10, and get amazing views and more subscribers. My vlogs, it take days, and then it take more days to even edit, and then, you know, I have to wait for y'all to fall in love with my personality and, you know, really watch the content. But I'm just rambling at this point. I love y'all. This vlog will be going out today. Today is Friday, so hopefully by Friday afternoon or evening, you'll be able to see this, or Saturday morning when y'all just chilling in the house, you know, with family, you know, y'all can turn this on. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and peace. And until next time.